I was thinking the same thing you were thinking. I'm like, why they pausing the game?
Yeah, they're finally wrapping up their road trip. They get to go home, but there was some drama, to say the least, surrounding the game last night and LeBron. Let's talk about it. The Lakers, they did beat the Hawks 107-99 last night, but the biggest headline from the game was an interaction that LeBron had with a courtside heckler during the fourth quarter that resulted in 4 fans being ejected from the arena. The woman who was seemingly at the center of the incident posted on social media last night that the spat stemmed from a back and forth that LeBron had with her husband during the game. LeBron ended up scoring LA's final 9 points to seal the victory, and he spoke to reporters about the incident afterward.
I'm happy fans are back in the building. I miss that interaction. I need that interaction. We as players need that interaction. I don't feel like it was warranted to be kicked out. There was a back and forth between 2 grown men, and we said our piece. He said his piece. I said my piece, and then someone else jumped into it and said their piece. But I didn't think they were. Should have been kicked out. But they might have had a couple of drinks maybe, and they could have probably kept it going, and the game wouldn't have been about the game no more. So I think the referees did what they had to do.
Shannon, should they have been ejected?
Yes, and LeBron touched on it at the end, Skip. It was escalating. She wasn't going to calm down, and that happens sometimes. I do believe alcohol might have played a factor in this. And as LeBron said, she was going to keep it going, and it was no longer going to be about the basketball game. And just about every time LeBron come back down the court, the referees were going to have to stop the game and ask her, ma'am, can you sit down? Ma'am, can you stay? And so it was just best because it had started to escalate. Now, Skip, she mentioned she doesn't have a problem with LeBron. Her husband has the problem with LeBron. An issue with LeBron. Mm-hmm. So he started it. LeBron didn't even know. LeBron has no idea who this guy is. He just knew somebody started talking, and, obviously with only 1,800 people in the building, Skip, you could hear everything. It's not like it's 20,000. And even if it was 20,000, Skip, people on the front row, you can hear them talking. So I believe the officials handled it correctly because she was highly agitated. She wasn't going to de-escalate the situation. She was only going to heighten the situation. So the referees because Skip, they gave her every opportunity to, ma'am, sit down. They gave her opportunity after opportunity where she just kept going, kept pointing, and you can see by her comments on IG after the game.
No, she kept videotaping.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
You're right. Oh, yeah. She got to get it in 15 minutes.
Yes,
she probably got a couple extra 1,000 IG followers. But she wasn't going to let it go. Mm-hmm. And so in that situation, I think the officials handled it correctly by just saying, look, ma'am, just go ahead and leave. I don't know if they had the mask on the entire time, but she was pulling her mask down.
She definitely did. She pulled hers down around her neck.
Yes. So,
so that was a big problem. Maybe the biggest problem.
And because what she did, Skip, is that she tried to upend what GOAT James, the closer, did. Because you remember yesterday, who's going to close? Yeah. When you got your answer yesterday.
Oh, did I?
The final 9, 12 points in the quarter. We closed it. Hit a 3, hit a layup. And here, folks, Skip, you talking about he worried about going to the free throw line. If you don't mind me asking, can you answer this one question for me before I turn it over to you? How was he in the fourth quarter with them free throws?
Well, with the game really not on the line, when it's completely out of reach, he can make those free throws when they're not pressure free throws.
It's like a kid it's like a parent with a child. If I put it way up on the counter, I know you can't reach it. So who put it way up there so Trae Young them couldn't do it? GOAT did that.
Okay, I'll get to all that, the irrelevant part of the night in a moment. But first, to the issue at hand. Okay, for those who don't understand right now or keep up with these tallies, only 9 out of 30 teams are allowing fans in now in the NBA.
Right.
9 out of 30. The Hawks' capacity, pandemic capacity, is the 5th highest because they say that they allow in 1,200. Last night, the announced crowd was 1,341.
Correct.
Okay, so whatever.
8% of capacity.
Okay. Houston is now allowing 25% capacity, just for the record, which is it's a lot. It tells you about the sort of attitudes per city, state, right? And then you got Orlando has a 4,000 capacity. Florida. Miami is 3rd most with 2,000 capacity, and Cleveland is fourth most with 1,944. I don't know where they got that number, but that's their capacity. So number 5 on that list is Atlanta, allowing some fans in last night, 1,341.
Cleveland don't get that when they allow all the fans in there, 1,900.
That is possible. Okay, so 1,300 odd fans.
Right.
It's more than a sprinkling.
Yeah.
You know, it's more than I got through television. I didn't know there were quite that many people in the building.
I didn't either.
Okay, so the fans in question were 2 by 2 because the 2 women were sitting together, and then across the aisle, the 2 men were sitting together.
Right.
And I have yet to see a picture of her husband because he's completely out of the frame, right?
Yeah.
Because have you seen the husband?
On IG, they got a picture of them together on IG.
Okay. I have not seen him, but he's not in the middle of the action because it picks up when she has decided to join the fray. Okay,
to take over the fray.
Yes, take over the fray. Okay, here's the flashpoint moment that I don't know. I don't know what he said that initially provoked LeBron.
Right.
Because LeBron and everybody involved with the Lakers said that this Chris Carlos, her husband, went out of bounds, was the quote from LeBron. Out of bounds, okay? I don't know what out of bounds is in LeBron's view.
Right.
I didn't want to speculate on what it was, but whatever it was, LeBron said, that's over the line.
Right.
And he fired back at Chris Carlos. And then she got angry. And again, to your point, was there alcohol fueling all this?
Yes.
Possibly, very possibly. And then her description after the game was crazy because she's saying that when LeBron says something to my husband, I see this and I stand up and I go, don't effing talk to my husband. And he looks at me and he goes, this is according to her, sit the F down, B. Whew. Okay. Did he really go there? I don't know. I don't know. Because to me, that's out of bounds on his part.
Yeah. What is the likelihood of these NBA players that don't know? Now, I've been courtside and had interaction with guys, but they recognize me. They'll acknowledge me. What's the likelihood of LeBron James acknowledging that guy who he doesn't even know? So that guy had to have said something to LeBron to prompt a response from LeBron.
Okay. Then would he really respond to her that way? Because I doubt it. I'd be shocked that he would go that far with that kind of language unless he was really angered by what the husband had provoked him to.
Skip, I'm not going to say when someone is angry and I'm in a disagreement and I'm arguing back and forth with somebody else chime in.
Then, like, what are you doing sticking your nose in this?
What you got to do with it?
Okay, then obviously she escalates from that point on, and she said, don't effing call me a B. You set the F down. Okay, now we've gone completely over the edge. And to your point, now we got all kinds of security trying to referee it and try to handle it the correct way. And at that point, they say, this is not going to work. Right. And they try to just politely escort them out of the arena. Right. And it looks like she's still like out in the concourse, where she's already going selfie, right?
When it first started, Skip, you can see she grabbing her phone because she's about to document this here. Hold on. This is LeBron James. I'm arguing back and forth. This is not somebody in the stands and a regular fan. I'm arguing with LeBron. So she going to record this whole thing, this whole interaction. And as you said, she's walking back through the concourse. She's outside and she still got it going.
Okay. And then LeBron would not let it lay after the game because then he tweeted back at her. Maybe he saw her post. I don't know. Right. Or his social media people are obviously on high alert. And so he called her courtside Karen, which is sort of a cliche for women at courtside. Mostly it's white women, right? Well,
Karen is the...
Yes.
So but since she was courtside, she got to be courtside
Courtside Karen, okay. And he says that courtside Karen was, all caps, mad, with 2 exclamation points, and then 7 crying, laughing emojis. Okay, I got it. But that will continue to escalate. And they did get, to your point, she got her 15 minutes of fame. I don't know, maybe she's going to become out front courtside Karen from this point on, the number one heckler, Hawks heckler, right?
Hey, Skip, maybe she'll get a reality show out of this. I don't know.
She might. Is there an Atlanta housewife?
Oh, yeah, Atlanta. We famous for the housewives.
I know. Is there an open spot there?
No,
Probably not. I don't know. And then I think at some point LeBron took another shot at her and said, I thought it was his daughter because she apparently is much younger than he looks.
Yes.
You've seen him. I don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, she was saying, LeBron, I can't believe you're talking to a 25-year-old, which that sent the internet into a real 25, maybe 25 years ago, but not current, not February 1st. So that's what the Skip. That's the thing is that people think, okay. And you pay a lot of money. I've sat in those seats on the resale market. But even if you're a season ticket holder, Skip, those seats cost a lot of money. Not like the Lakers game, obviously, but that's a lot of money that you're paying because you got to buy all, 41 games. So it's a lot of money. But it doesn't give you the right to be able to, you think you can say whatever, call people out of the name, call you a B or a mofo. Come on, bruh. Sit down, you cheer, boo all you like. But you ain't got to call me out my name.
Yet, LeBron has played